Welcome back to another episode of The Daily Threat, your go-to source for the latest in cybersecurity news and insights. We have a jam-packed episode with three major stories shaking up the cybersecurity landscape. So, grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's dive right in. Our first story comes from Bloomberg, reporting on Microsoft's continued dominance in the cybersecurity business despite recent hacks. Now, Microsoft has long been a key player in the cybersecurity realm, providing essential tools and services to both businesses and consumers alike. However, recent cyber attacks have put their reputation to the test. Just last year, Microsoft faced one of the largest cyber attacks in history, with their Exchange server being compromised by a state-sponsored group known as Hafnium. This incident exposed vulnerabilities in Microsoft software, leading to widespread exploitation by malicious actors. So, how did the attackers get in? Well, in the case of the Exchange server hack, it was through a series of zero-day vulnerabilities that were exploited by the attackers. These vulnerabilities allowed them to gain unauthorized access to email accounts and install backdoors for persistent access. Now, despite these setbacks, Microsoft has managed to maintain its dominance in the cybersecurity market. This is due in part to their swift response to these attacks, with the release of patches and updates to address the vulnerabilities exploited by the attackers. Additionally, Microsoft's robust suite of cybersecurity tools, such as Microsoft Defender, has helped businesses defend against evolving threats. However, the risks posed by these attacks are significant. For businesses relying on Microsoft's products and services, the potential for data breaches and financial losses is a very real concern. Not to mention the damage to their reputation and customer trust that comes with being the victim of a cyber attack. So, what can businesses do to protect themselves? First and foremost, it's crucial to keep your software up to date with the latest patches and security updates. This helps to mitigate the risk of exploitation by known vulnerabilities. Additionally, implementing multi-factor authentication and robust access controls can help prevent unauthorized access to sensitive systems and data. Moving on to our next story, Bleeping Computer brings us news of a root escalation flaw in Cisco's networking equipment. This vulnerability, which has been disclosed with public exploit code, poses a serious threat to businesses relying on Cisco's infrastructure. Root escalation vulnerabilities are particularly dangerous as they allow attackers to gain privileged access to a system, effectively giving them full control over the device. In the case of Cisco's products, this could potentially allow attackers to intercept and manipulate network traffic, leading to data theft or disruption of services. So, how did this vulnerability come to light? According to reports, the flaw was discovered by security researchers who responsibly disclosed it to Cisco. However, despite efforts to address the issue, the vulnerability remains exploitable due to the availability of public exploit code. For businesses using Cisco's networking equipment, the risks are clear. A successful exploitation of this vulnerability could have devastating consequences, including unauthorized access to sensitive data and the compromise of critical infrastructure. To mitigate this risk, businesses should ensure that they are running the latest firmware and software updates provided by Cisco. Additionally, implementing network segmentation and monitoring solutions can help detect and mitigate suspicious activity on the network. And finally, our last story of the day comes from the Hacker News, detailing how hackers are exploiting a flaw in Fortinet's security appliances to deploy ransomware. Fortinet is a leading provider of cybersecurity solutions, including firewalls and intrusion detection systems used by businesses around the world. The flaw in question, which has been dubbed CVE 2024-1803, allows attackers to bypass authentication on Fortinet's devices, giving them unrestricted access to the system. Once inside, attackers are deploying ransomware, encrypting files, and demanding payment in exchange for decryption keys. The consequences of a successful ransomware attack can be catastrophic for businesses, resulting in data loss, financial damages, and operational disruptions. And with attackers leveraging vulnerabilities in widely used security appliances like those from Fortinet, the threat is more pervasive than ever. To protect against these threats, Businesses should ensure that they are regularly updating their Fortinet devices with the latest security patches. Additionally, implementing robust backup and disaster recovery plans can help mitigate the impact of a ransomware attack by allowing businesses to restore their systems and data from backups. Well, that wraps up today's episode of the Daily Threat. We've covered some major developments in the cybersecurity landscape, from Microsoft's resilience in the face of cyber attacks to the ongoing threats posed by vulnerabilities in Cisco and Fortinet's products. Remember, staying informed and proactive is key to defending against cyber threats. Be sure to subscribe to the Daily Threat for the latest news and insights on cybersecurity. Until next time, stay safe and stay vigilant.